Hey guys, Procrastination Game here and welcome to the channel. This is going to be my week 3 predictions for the Detroit Lions. This week we are playing against the Atlanta Falcons and this game is at home, so I think that will help us out a lot. Detroit is very loud in these types of games, and if it's a close game, I think the Lions might be able to pull it out just because that crowd is going to be so loud. It'll be hard for Matt Ryan to communicate with his receivers. And I think that could have a huge impact on this game. But even so, the Atlanta Falcons probably have the most explosive offense in the National Football League, and that includes the New England Patriots. I don't think we match up very well in this game. I don't think we can cover Julio Jones even one-on-one all game, even with Darius Slay. Darius Slay, in my opinion, is the top 5 corner in this league. And if I was the Atlanta Falcons and I saw Julio Jones one-on-one with Darius Slay, I would take that shot 100% of the time. If there was no safety over top, I would take that shot, no question. I would trust Julio Jones to come down with that ball, which means either we're going to have a safety over top all game, meaning the Falcons will be able to run the ball against us, or we're going to have to run zone defense all game. And that's not going to be good either because Matt Ryan knows how to beat zone defenses. He has been in this league for quite a while now, and obviously after last season we know he's the real deal. Now even if we run normal man coverage, I don't think we match well outside of Slay versus Julio Jones. If you look at Nevin Lawson, can Nevin Lawson cover Mohamed Sanu one-on-one? Can Nevin Lawson cover Taylor Gabriel one-on-one? I'm not quite sure. Taylor Gabriel played really well last season, and he was one of those guys that showed up when Julio Jones couldn't get open, or when teams were doubling Julio Jones. He was one of those guys that would show up every time and make big plays for them. And if you're a Lions fan, you would know that the Lions do not match up well against tight ends. If you watched last week, Evan Ingram got open quite a few times. Tahir Whitehead cannot cover tight ends that are good at running routes or that are athletic in any kind of way. And Austin Hooper this week is probably better than Evan Ingram. I think obviously Evan Ingram's faster, but Austin Hooper's a very good route runner. He has great hands, and he has the ability to get open, as we saw when he played against the Bears. He had a huge game. I think he's going to have a very big game for the Falcons this week. He's probably going to have close to 100 yards, I would expect, and at least maybe a touchdown. I don't think we're going to match up well against him, and I don't think we're going to be able to stop him most of the game. And if we decide to put Glover Quinn or Tavon Wilson on Austin Hooper, then who's going to be covering the running back out of the backfield? That's probably going to be Tahir Whitehead. Now that Jared Davis is not playing this game, I don't want Tahir Whitehead lining up 1-versus-1 on Devonta Freeman. If Devonta Freeman splits out of the backfield and they go empty, I mean, we're going to have Tahir Whitehead one-on-one with him, and I would call that a touchdown probably if I was the Falcons. So obviously that's not a great matchup. I don't think we can put one of our safeties on their tight end. So it's going to have to be one of those linebackers. Maybe Jalen Reeves-Maybin. I haven't seen him play very much. Maybe he's good at covering tight ends. I hope he is. Because if he's not, we're not going to be able to stop Austin Hooper at all. So what I think is the only way we're going to be able to win this game is if we can get the Falcons into 3rd and long. If they're able to run the ball for 6 yards on 1st down, we're not going to be able to stop them. If we give them the option to pass or run on 2nd down, it's going to be very difficult because we do not match up well, and I don't think we can play man coverage very often. And when we do, we have to really do a good job. So I think the way we're going to win this game is play very good on 1st and 2nd down, and then play zone coverage on 3rd down and hope they check it down, and then hope somebody can tackle Tevin Coleman or Devonta Freeman or Austin Hooper in the open field. Now on the Lions' offensive side of the field, I do think we'll be able to move the ball. I do think we'll be able to pass the ball effectively. Vic Beasley's not going to be playing this game, so I would assume they're going to probably put Tack McKinley, I don't know how to spell his first name. They're probably going to put him on our left tackle for the whole game. That's what I would do if I was them. And if you watch ESPN on Tuesday, everyone was talking about what a horrible job Brandon Flowers did for the New York Giants. But I'm here to tell you guys that our left tackle, Greg Robinson, didn't do much better, if at all. Many times when Stafford dropped back, he was dodging Oliver Vernon, running right at him. And he took a couple nasty hits that game from Oliver Vernon. So we really need to do a better job of protecting him this game. I don't think we can play like that every game. Also, Greg Robinson had a lot of penalties. I hope he doesn't have as many penalties this game, and I hope the Lions do more this game to help him out with guys chipping out of the backfield and lining tight ends over on that side to help block on the left side, because I don't think he can block Takk McKinley 1v1. I mean, I haven't seen a whole lot from him, but he has made some plays in the passing game, so I would assume he can beat Greg Robinson one-on-one consistently. So hopefully we will be able to run the ball as much this week as we were last week. Last week we were able to run the ball a lot in the second half when Stafford was making audibles at the line of scrimmage and running away from the blitz. But I also want to address something that happened last week. When we were leading in the second half there, I think we were winning 17-3, and we had a 3-and-out, and then the Giants went right down the field and scored a touchdown, made it 10-17, and then we had another 3-and-out. And that is on Jim Caldwell, and the way that he calls plays in the second half, it's almost like he thinks that the game is over when we're up by multiple possessions, and obviously the game is not over when you're up by multiple possessions. If you're going 3-and-out, you're putting the defense back on the field after only being out of the game for a couple of minutes, and that's going to make the defense tired. And this is why I'm not very high on Caldwell. I did not want to re-sign Caldwell after last season. Just because he's making the playoffs doesn't mean he's a great head coach. I think a great head coach has to be able to make in-game decisions that help the team win. And he's made a lot of decisions that have helped us lose. I can tell you, when the Giants got the ball in that second half and they were down 17-10, I thought the game was over. I did not think we were going to be able to stop them. Luckily, their left tackle really struggled, and Ezekiel Ansah was playing well. If that hadn't happened, I really think the Giants probably would have won that game. And another thing you have to consider is that the Giants had, I think, 6 or 7 drop passes that game. So the Giants could have easily went out and won that game. The Lions did not close that game. Anybody that's telling you, oh, the Lions won by multiple possessions, no, they did not. The Lions got extremely lucky winning that game. That game was 10-17 until Jamal Agnew made one of the nicest punt returns I've seen in a long time, and he made that guy miss at the end, and that was awesome. But that doesn't take away from the fact that we couldn't move the ball in the second half. We did run the ball a little bit, but we did not score points on the offensive side of the field in the second half, and that is a problem. We have to be able to do that. Say we're playing against the Falcons this week and we're up 10-3, or we're up 14-3. We're not going to come out and play that kind of offense against them, right? Well, I don't trust Caldwell to not do that. I think Caldwell would call the same damn offense after being up multiple possessions against the Falcons. And I think that's going to be his downfall eventually. He is going to be removed from his position as head coach. So if we get a lead in this game, we have to be able to put it away. And I hope that we do. I think the only way that we'll actually win this game is if we're down most of the game and Stafford makes a nice comeback. Because I don't think we're going to be able to put the win away if we were leading in the second half like last week. My prediction is that the Falcons will win this game 28-20. I think the Lions will have to score at least 30 to win this game. And if the Lions win this game, it'll probably be something like 35-31. It's going to be a very high scoring game if the Lions pull this one out. And Stafford's probably going to throw for about 400 yards if they do win this game. But I do not think the Lions will win this game. I really hope they do in my heart of hearts, but my brain is telling me this Falcons team is better at most positions outside of the quarterback. I mean, they have the better offensive line, they have the better tight end, they have the better receivers, they have the better running backs. I think pass rush, I think we have better pass rush, But with their offensive line, I don't think we're going to be able to get to Matt Ryan very often. I think the Falcons have better linebackers. Without Jared Davis, they match up better at linebackers than we do. I think they have the better overall secondary. I mean, Desmond Trufant, Karan O'Neal are both very good Pro Bowl level players. I think Glover Quinn has the ability to be a Pro Bowl player again, but last season he wasn't. Yeah, I don't see anybody else in our secondary that's making plays though. So I do think the Falcons will win this game, something like 28-20. And if we win this game in a very, very high-scoring game, probably 35-31, and Stafford will throw for about 400 yards. If you guys disagree with anything I say, go ahead and hit me up in the comments. And thanks for watching. Hey guys, if you enjoyed the video, go ahead and hit that like button on the video. You can also subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos. And you can comment if you ever want to talk anything about football, you want to argue about football. If you have any opinions about Lions, anything like that, you can also follow me on Twitter, tweet at me, anything football related, anything Madden related, anything like that. But yeah guys, hope you enjoyed the video and have a great day.